Okay, so all right, everyone. When we were traveling across the kingdom, we went to, I can't remember which province we were in, but we happened to pass by one of this one of these charging stations where people would go and charge their electronic vehicles. And lo and behold, we found out that the backup, these charging stations were powered by diesel. Diesel fuel. Similar to the wind turbines, those massive wind turbines, they run on fuel. Did you know that? Those rotating blade would not rotate unless you put fuel in them. Nothing so green about that if we're talking about green. So I thought I should mention that firsthand I saw those charging stations, their backup generators powered by diesel. All right, so thank you, everyone. Anyone here would like to comment on the electronic vehicle? Or should we go to the last royal decree? And that is your favorites, everyone's favorite, I'm sure. The self-defense under natural law. Okay? So I will read the high-level analysis for the younglings. All right? And I believe I included the royal rationale here. Yeah. So high-level analysis on self-defense under natural law. Self-defense is a foundational right that transcends governments, constitutions, and political ideologies. It is rooted in the principle that every free sovereign being has the inherent authority to preserve life, dignity, and liberty against aggression. Natural law foundation affirms that life is sacred and must be protected. Because no being has the authority to unjustly take another's life, the right to defend oneself is an eternal extension of the right to exist. Balance of force. Self-defense is not an act of aggression, but a proportional response to unlawful harm. It restores balance, preventing tyranny, and ensuring survival against coercion, exploitation, or violence. Defense beyond the physical. Self-defense extends beyond physical attacks. Under natural law, it includes defending one's freedom, family, property, body sovereignty, resources, and spiritual integrity. Against external and institutional aggression, harm may come not only from individuals, but also from systems, organizations, or unlawful authorities attempting to impose control, enslavement, or destruction. Self-defense under natural law, therefore, empowers being to resist tyranny, deception, theft, censorship, or the forced violation of natural freedoms. Universal and non-revocable. Unlike statutory rights that can be restricted or revoked by governments, the natural law right of self-defense cannot be limited, cannot be suspended, or abolished by any earthly authority. Now to the royal rationale for this sacred right of self-defense. 1. Preservation of life as supreme principle. The first duty of natural law is the preservation of life. If life is sacred, then the ability to defend life must also be sacred. Without the right of self-defense, the right to life becomes meaningless, leaving beings vulnerable to harm and destruction. 2. Natural authority above man-made law. Statutory laws and government decrees are often written to disarm, subjugate, and weaken the people, creating dependency on external authorities for protection. Under natural law, authority originates not from institutions, but from the divine source that breathes life into every being. Therefore, no earthly power can lawfully remove or restrict the right of self-defense. Number 3, defense as barrier against tyranny. Historically show that disarmed and passive peoples fall prey to tyrants, corrupt rulers, and predatory systems. Self-defense ensures that no individual, group, or government can impose enslavement, coercion, or mass violence unchecked. It is the ultimate safeguard against despotism. Number 4, balance of force ensures harmony. Self-defense is not the initiation of aggression, but the rebalancing of harmony when it is broken by an attacker. In this way, it is not an act of violence, but an act of restoration, bringing order back into alignment with natural law. Number 5, beyond physical protection. In the modern era, attacks manifest not only as physical harm, but also psychological, spiritual, economic, and institutional aggression. The decree establishes that self-defense includes the protection of body sovereignty, free expression, resources, community, and truth. This reflects the expanded nature of threats faced by humanity today. Number 6, empowerment of the sovereign being. To deny beings the right of self-defense is to reduce them to helpless subjects. Wonder why the old system wanted to take all of your arms and to have you register your arms, your weapons, so that they knew where you were, they knew what kind of arms you have. And of course, when they've taken all of your arms, it would be easy for them to implement their tyrannic control and policies and laws, statutes, those were. One would wonder why they feared the people. If they were doing the work to defend and protect and ensure the wellness of the people. Why would they be afraid that you have guns at home to be able to protect yourself, your family, and your property? The answer is because they were the ones who were doing the criminal work, all of that criminality and tyranny. That's why they wanted to disarm you. Anyways, going back to empowering of the sovereign being, to deny beings the right to self-defense is to reduce them to helpless subjects. By affirming this right, the crown, the living crown, restores dignity, sovereignty, and empowerment to every being. It acknowledges that each is not merely a subject of protection, but a custodian of their own life and destiny. Number 7, this is why one of my royal decrees said very clearly, you have the right to bear arms, to protect oneself, to protect your property, your family, and your community and the country. Number 7, universality of the right. Unlike statutory rights, which differ by country and government, the right of self-defense is universal and eternal. It applies equally to all beings, regardless of geography, status, or circumstance, for it arises from natural law and not from human institutions. Royal conclusion. The royal decree on self-defense is thereby necessary to 1. Guard the sanctity of life and freedom. 2. Protect humanity from systemic and individual aggression. 3. Prevent tyranny and oppression. 4. Empower sovereign beings under the living crown. And 5. Enshrine an eternal truth that no statute, no government, or false authority can override. Thus, the decree stands as a shield of natural law for all free beings in the Kingdom of Canada and across the world. With that, let's start the discussion. Who would like to start us off?